I am Shruti, and this is my little bundle of joy, Sarah. I am a first-time mom, and we now she's 3 months old, so we had her 3 months back. And I've been in Singapore for over just about 8 to 9 years, and previously was from Bombay. And what else can I say? I can say I am a UX designer by profession. I work in the fintech industry over here. Um, this is my first time engaging with SEYOL. Um, so I contacted Jemma for the first time. Actually, I got your number from a friend who had very nice words to say about you, nice things to say about you, and I needed to get something for Sarah's massage because as in our customs they have a massage for the baby and the mother. But I had booked mine months back, which I didn't know that Seol was doing. But then I wanted one for her too, so I contacted Seol on your WhatsApp on, I think, when Sarah was 5 days old, and it was such a new thing. She was so fresh, she was so small. I was a little apprehensive about like anyone touching her or any of that. But then I contacted Jemma, and she was so calm, demure, and she spoke to me about everything. She was like, okay, listen, I can meet you and all of that. And there was a lot of confidence that she gave me when I chatted with her. It was instantly calming. And then I think I saw you when she was 8 days. In 3 days, I saw Jemma at home, and knowing her and seeing her, how calm she was, easy she was, it gave us confidence, and I was happy to hand over my little 8-day baby to her for her first massage. And it went pretty smoothly for a new baby, so it was pretty good. Yeah, that was my first time. Yes, it was absolutely. I think one thing I can say, that she was very professional, very calm, and of course very welcoming. As a first-time mother, you have so many questions. You have questions regarding silly questions, but none of the questions were regarded as silly, and I never felt judged, and very supported throughout the journey. There were questions about my body, her growths. All of that was very welcome. All questions were welcome. I never felt like any judged as a first time mom, and very supported. I felt very supported. I am a Gujarati. Like we come from Mumbai, but we are Gujaratis essentially, and taking care of the baby, like my mom was here, thankfully. So my thankfully I had support of my mom and my family who were here when I gave birth to Sarah. But then otherwise, massages are an integral part of growth and development in our culture, at least. I've got it when I was small. My siblings, I've seen it, and all around everyone engages into this post-birth care for the baby and the mother. So that is how like massages were very important and relevant for me, for her, like for Sarah and her development. They say muscles get strong, and they are a lot more responsive easily. So that is what we saw with her also. So that is when thankfully we had that support over here in Singapore. Not really. I didn't have any. Of course, I got my massage, like the postnatal massages, that after my delivery. But I had a C-section, so I got it done after 20 days. Once my scar was healed. But then, otherwise, because she's my first baby, I had no other experiences before that. Yeah. And I didn't actually engage with them for her massage. They did give one trial, but I didn't opt for it because I knew that she was already getting the best, so I didn't want to get anyone else involved in this. Extremely smooth. Like I said, like I messaged Jemma on the 5th day after her birth, and I saw Jemma after 3 days. So it was extremely fast, quick. I got an instant response. I knew that I had support immediately, because most of the services require you to book in advance, which I was late in booking, but still Jemma was nice enough to accommodate us in her tight schedule. So that was nice of her. Yeah, so absolutely. Like for me, I do want her to be one with nature, a lot more independent. I do want her to sleep well independently. in some months. I'm hoping that she is a happy child eventually. Like however she is, she has to be happy, and and her journey of growth is as smooth as possible for her and us. I also have a dog. I really want them to play and get along. So her to be really friendly with other species around her also. Kind-hearted is something. I want her to be kind. I want her to be happy. That is my end goal for her. Yeah. So for me, because I had read so much about children's sleep and growth, I like the connection between sleep and her growth. I wanted her to grow well, right, and I wanted her to have enough sleep overall. One way I know or I've heard is that kids really sleep very well after their massages, probably because they have so much exercise that is done and their muscles are nicely massaged during that time. So I expected her to be sleeping after her massage. So I had scheduled in my head, I was like, oh, either it should be night, she should sleep well, or she should sleep in the afternoon. Hence, I asked Jemma if it's okay if you can come in the afternoon or in the evening, that's fine. But then she told me that evenings are not that great of a massage time because their entire body needs to go through this in the morning. They need to wake up, all the cells need to wake up. So that's why we did this in the morning then eventually. Yes. Absolutely, yeah. So it does. What helped is, Jemma is a mom of 4 kids, and having her insights into how she's raising her kid, and I would ask her all type of questions. I would be like, "How do you do this? And how do you do that?" And it seems like she also is raising her kids to be independent and such. Oh, why are you crying? To be individuals on their own, which I thought that was really refreshing. She did not have her own goals for her, like her own. She never pushed her agenda on her kids, and that's what gives me inspiration too. That that's a very nice thing to do, and that's exactly what I also want her. That it should be as long as she's happy, as long as she's thriving, is what matters, right? Eventually, and that's what I think it aligns with Jemma and SEYOL's ideologies also. So it's natural for kids to cry. It's all everything in the world for kids is new. At least that's how for babies is new. Nothing is obvious to them, and I have expected her to cry for everything. But I think one thing that I know that I want her to do is, or I want to offer my the same thing again and again to make sure she either gets acquainted with it and she knows this is normal and that fear goes away. Did you just spit? So even when we started her massage, she cried a lot for the first, I don't know how many days. But then it was natural for her to cry. These were new sensations to her. And as she grew up, we saw that she started enjoying it. Maybe this was when she was like going through a colic or all of that. So she had a phase of colic, and Jemma was nice enough to massage and make sure those areas were covered so that her colic was managed. So that of course gave me confidence that it's fine. We'll keep doing what we are doing, and and we saw that she was also getting better every day, like even minor, like first she used to cry during the massage and the bath, and then she started only crying during the massage. Then eventually the bath she started enjoying, but then that it improved over time, and eventually she does like both. She likes a massage and a bath now, and she's happy. We have some photos where she's smiling also. I booked the baby massage and bath service, and I did 2 sessions, 2 rounds of it. Now she's 3 months, so we did till she's 3 months. It helped in a way that I see, like development wise, she's a lot more. I think she's a strong baby, and I think the massages definitely help that. Like there's a lot of strength in her neck. Her you can see like she holds her neck very well. All those are, I think, milestones that she achieved very quickly and nicely. So that was one thing that really helped. And the other thing is just her well-being overall. She slept well after her massages. She would feed well. Even as a mother, I could speak to another adult and probably pass these ideas and probably know that, oh, this is okay. Get the reassurance. As a new mother, you need reassurance and support. That's all you need. Sometimes you just need to hear it's okay, it'll pass. And that knowing that Jemma's presence every day would help me know that, oh, tomorrow I can ask this question if this is okay. And I know that I would get reassurance from her that it's fine, Shruti, this is what happens, it's okay, it'll go away, So that helped me during my confinement. So as Sarah was born, she like kids, they have flat noses. So she had a little nose bridge. My mom wanted a nice nose bridge. I didn't care as much, but my mom was very particular about having a good nose bridge. So Jemma, obviously, like, my mom communicated that can we do this, and then Jemma was nice enough to help us, like, pull her nose, as they say. I think it shaped well. I liked her then also. I like her now also. But I think it worked really well. The other thing that I personally knew that they do, it's called Loi only. It's this dough massage that happens. It's called Loi. I was given that when I was a kid. I have less body hair, and I thought I probably thought that there is some science to it, that it works. So I thought even she should have that, so that as a girl she doesn't have to do a lot of things in the future. Maybe this generation won't even care about it, but then I think as a mother I was just like, okay, fine, I don't want to be blamed later in life for it, so I'm going to give you this. And thankfully I had the support over here, so like Jemma was happy to do it. So again, Sarah cried a lot, but now she's happy doing it. As like as 30, no, what, 30, not even 30, 3 months are over.
Yeah,
3 months are over. She's okay to do it. She's comfortable. Yeah. So one thing that when I went to India in the middle, and again, that was such a big move for me to take my 2-month-old to India. But again, when I was speaking to Jemma, I spoke to my pediatrician. She gave me a go ahead. But when I told Jemma that I'm going to go, she was also so supportive, and she's like, "Of course, go. It'll be okay. It'll be fine." And that like, from an experienced mother, it really helps. Because she also told me she took a little baby. She took her child also to India when she was young, and I was like, okay, nothing bad can happen. Her child grew up fine, so I should be okay. And that helped me. I think at least put my anxieties aside about, like, traveling with her. And when I came back, because I think there was so much travel, and I think your body goes through a little change, my milk supply dropped a little. Again, I spoke to Jemma about it, that, you know what, like, I'm a little concerned about it. Again, her reassurance and making sure, like, she told me, like, just have a lot of water, make sure you're rested, don't think a lot about, like, how, it's of course sad to leave family back, but then having her and every day coming home at the same time, it helps that, okay, I have family over here. So it really helped that to see her every day and get that reassurance. And then eventually milk supply went up, everything was okay, and that helped me. Like, I think those kind words and just having that support also helps, as when your anxiety and your nerves, and then that helps with other things also, with the whole process of breast milk and feeding, and even making sure, like, you get sleep enough, all of those things. Yeah. So one thing that I really was surprised is, like, from the, like, I've seen babies getting massaged in India. That's my only prior like, experience with babies getting massaged in India. They do it when on their legs, and then it's like, it's really aggressive. But then Jemma was so nurturing, and it was so soft. But also I knew that she's pressing the right places, because like, Sarah would immediately calm down with her colic. Like, when her tummy used to be a little upset and Jemma used to do her massage, she would feel a lot more relaxed. So that helped her relax. But when we went to India, like I said, I made a trip to India. And when we were in India, when Sarah got a massage, there was absolutely no, like, Sarah hated it because it was so aggressive. And then I had to tell someone that, can you be just gentle on her, because it doesn't work the same way. Yeah, so no, aggressive is not always good. That's what I think. So that really helped me, and I think it exceeded my expectation, because I expected that. So of course this one was much more nicer. I think it was a very good experience. Yeah, so one day, I think just recently, I was speaking about how my hair is falling right now, which happens, I think, to all mothers. But then Jemma gave good insights that, eat dates, probably that helps. And then it helps with even I think oats is something that you said. So yeah, figs and dates help. So I started eating that hopefully hair will come back soon, but at least I know I can do something about it, right? So yeah, so that definitely you did help me with that. Otherwise, I was eating normal food. Of course, I was not eating the gassy food, which also Jemma told me that I think I should avoid all of that, so that yeah, in the beginning, yeah. Sarah had colic, so it really when I expressed that, oh, Sarah has been crying since the last 3 days in the evenings, which is, I think, a thing that kids, it happens to kids, but massages can solve a lot of that, right? Like massages can help you calm, even when we as adults get like gassy. If you massage your tummy, you do feel good. We did that to Sarah, but then if when Jemma came, that again she did that in the morning, in the day. So that it was very personalized to all the concerns that we were feeling for Sarah. Even when Sarah started holding her neck and a lot faster, and she would be lifting her own body, Jemma made sure her posture was correct, to lift her body. It wasn't early, or it wasn't when her body wasn't ready. So she did also make sure like her shoulders were massaged, her back was straight. So that all, I think it's personalized to me. It wasn't a generic massage. It eventually was because my baby needed it, and that was good for her development. Guys, no, you guys are really good. Do what you're doing, and I think continue what you're doing. I think it was absolutely, you guys were such a important part of like my journey as a mother, Sarah's journey into this world, and it was absolutely nurturing. Like, because you are from in like we are from India, this all is such a default that happens, but here in Singapore, it was really hard to get services, or at least for me to find services, and I got better than what I would have received in India. So that was really reassuring. So I guess like you should just keep doing what you're doing. You're good at what you're doing at this point. Yeah, I would 100% recommend, because things like this are important. I think they are important development wise, even if not development, if you don't believe that, oh, your kid, this doesn't help, but it does help in making a routine. This becomes a part of your routine. Every morning you wake up, you have a bath and a massage at the same time. It helps build those good habits for the kid, for the child. Even on a Sunday, when Jemma doesn't come, we can see that Sarah demands for a massage or like a bath at that same time, which really helps build those routines, I think. And these are always like hygienic habits to have. So yeah, that I think I would recommend to my, like, I have a friend who's pregnant, so I'm 100, if she's delivering her baby over here, I'm sure you're going to see her soon. So I would recommend these services. Yeah, everyone must have it. Yeah, Gemma was extremely punctual, extremely clean. I didn't even have to like think about this, that she's going to be late. She would be extremely communicative in case there's something that has come up. And it wasn't last minute; it was always planned so that I could plan better. So yeah, very punctual, very clean. Made sure her hands were clean. Made sure she was absolutely well presented. I loved her saris every time she came. So very well presented, and yeah, and very punctual all the time. Yeah, every day. We had her every day. I think, yeah, there was every day services.
I think overall the basic support of like massage, of course, getting used to that massaging and getting used to that a different sort of way of doing things. It is for everyone it's different. For us also, it was a new experience. For Sarah, of course, it was a very new experience. She being only 7, 8 days old, and she can't even. We have to hold her very so delicately, and we have to make sure she doesn't get injured in any way, or but at the same time have to make sure that she gets the necessary things required for her growth, and massage being an important part of that. And for us, of course, it's emotional that she's very new in the world, and we want to make sure it's all okay for her. So for me at least, and for both of us, it was good to have like a and we specifically were wanted to make sure that it's it's even though it's a massage, we are aware of massaging babies from India from our times, or from seeing our nieces getting massages, and they are really hard massages, which we are not always so
Such fans of it.
yeah, we feel that how can a small kid go through that, and so we are always skeptical that how it goes, how would it go ahead. But I think that was, you made it comfortable for her, where you heard that we saw that there was soft massage, so it's a, like a
But it
it's
was
more
soft, but
calming.
it was
And
very. It was also very. It was also very. What do you call it? It is specific. Yeah, pressure points were.
specific.
Yeah. Yeah, she also had a blockage. Remember, like when we
That
came
is,
back, she had like a dry skin. She had blockage in her nose. So then those things were supported, and also like
yeah,
Gemma's pressure points were helping.
yeah,
We knew it was like soft, but it was also like
was
it was
was just enough for her to handle.
specialized. Yeah.
And yeah, specialized for her, so that she didn't feel discomforted. She was okay going through it, because otherwise she would have cried a lot more. I mean, so overall, that way we were, I think, very comfortable, that so we were confident that it's helping her grow nicely and not have any other issues. So it was good for, like, that made us comfortable also.
Yeah.
Of course, you are when it's the when was right in the beginning. Even I was a bit scared. How would she handle it? How she would feel after that, and will she be very will she be scared? Will she cry a lot? But then I think in the first few days only we came to know that she's comfortable
You can speak about
with
Nico, that you were there in Nico for the
yeah.
first time with her.
So yeah, so I mean, of course,
Yeah,
that birth
like
experience
you
was,
were with her and you
yeah.
knew that how your heart,
So
like you had
yeah,
to
so
handle me and her at that time,
yeah,
right?
and so that was, of course, it was when she was in Nico. It was it was I mean, the doctor just took that decision that we need to uh, keep her under observation. So that is a scary moment, that you feel that will she be okay? What is the level? Even, of course, you have the confidence that the doctor is doing right, and you want to believe that it's going to help her only. It's not, and but you're still, you're scared that is everything going to be okay soon, or is just the factor of how much time will it take that she'll become okay. And so that is always there with anything, any new experience with her. First time when we are doing something, it's like, oh, will she be okay? We always take it slowly. So even like taking her out for the first time, we would think 20 things beforehand,
But
that
at the same
we
time,
have
we know
to.
that she's going. It's new, so she
It's
might.
new,
It's
so
okay. We are prepared for failure, but
yeah,
we'll do it again after some days, and then we'll again see that
we
we'll improve. We'll like,
yeah,
probably she was feeling hot. Let's take a fan. Like we'll try to control the situation as much as we can.
correct,
But then some things are just how it is. Singapore is hot. We can't
yeah,
like put her in aircon all the time.
yeah,
So we exposed her a little by little. But that is how we eventually want to be parents. That we'll probably
yeah,
keep exposing her. The life is uncomfortable, things can be uncomfortable, but you probably need to just try it again and again, and probably it'll be better the next time.
yeah,
So that's what we want her to learn that way, and we are also learning the same way to introduce her to the world. Even with Goofy, with our dog, we do the same. If it's scary, we won't do
yeah,
it for the first time. We'll go for a little bit, we come back, and then we do that again, and then we
yeah,
do that again, and kids learn. They are pretty strong that way, so they
yeah.
eventually like things. So yeah, I think that is how we want it to be
Yeah.
for her.
So for her, at least, we've seen
For Sarah Singh.
for Sarah, we've seen a lot of development that has happened in terms of the way she holds her neck. She started, of course, she was within the first few days, she was already holding her neck a little bit, but that is still very delicate. And with each day as she was getting massages, she was holding her neck much better. She could her grip was sort of also, she was trying to as she grew older, her grip started coming. She at least tried to touch a few things. Of course, not the grip as much, but we could see the strength in her legs when she would kick. We could feel, like, you can feel the kick, and there's enough like strength in her, which I think increases with because her muscles, or whatever, becomes stronger. It helps her that to push also sometimes. So literally she would stand up and she would like push us, or she would go ahead. And which at 1.5 or 2 months you don't expect a baby to be doing that. But those are things which because of the massage, it helped her at least strengthen those things. And she her and internally her colic was also, she had a problem, but with all the massages, I think that also did not affect her so much. Of course, there were
It actually
few
helped a
weeks,
lot. It helped a
yeah,
lot.
few
Yeah.
weeks that was bad, but that is the natural, babies go through that. But then eventually she came out of it much better. And I mean, just basic massaging also would work, but then every regular massaging did help her. The bloating went away. Every day she would, and we especially saw that the days she did not have a massage on a Sunday, she felt even more colicky. There
She
was
was
more
cranky
gas.
all
She was
day.
more cranky all day. So with the massage, at least
Was
that day
managed.
she was better off. Of course, then by evening she'll become a little bit more cranky. But then that was also a benefit of like the massage. So I think the best would be that if you face a dilemma of whether to okay, first you need to know if you want to do it or not. That is the first question to answer. Is, the benefits of massage is definitely there in for babies. So that is, I would say, it's a must do. Second is, then when are you comfortable doing it? That's completely up to you. But as we started on, 7-8 days, she was and she was okay. So it so maybe you can try out with a baby, if they are comfortable also. If within the first few days also they're comfortable, then it's recommended. But you should also be comfortable that, okay, it's not gonna harm in any way. It's only gonna help. But it's just that whenever you are comfortable, that you feel that your baby will be also okay to take the massage or anything, then you should definitely do it.
I think you should not think about it two times. Like, I think it's very beneficial. Massages have been, I think massages are a part of Indian culture
Yeah,
since years. I think
since
it's an age old culture. At least I have not seen a baby not massaged. So
mm,
it I am not sure how it benefits, but I know for sure kids sleep well. Their colic is managed. Their muscles feel engaged
mm,
when they kick so much. So it must be nice to have a massage on the leg after a whole day of kicking. So all of that, I think, works well for the baby. Our baby is very healthy, is very happy. She's very happy to be held. She's also okay to have a bath. So that introduction to those things already started at a very young age. So that
mm,
helps in at least getting a routine. So I think massages are great for that way, because it helps with routine. It helps with her muscle engagement. It
yeah.
helps with her keeping her colic in place. So all those things really help. That's why if someone's not too sure, I would think don't think too much, just go for it. Try for a few days, see how it goes.
Yeah.
If your baby absolutely hates it, kids will hate everything for the first time because it's all new. But try just see whether they miss it on a Sunday. When it doesn't happen, you will know that, oh, probably the baby is acting up and they actually like that on Sunday. So I would think just try and do it and see how it goes. Um, I thank you for like being a part of our journey. Thank you for being there for us. Thank you for so you have been one of the constant people who has Sarah grow to this 3-month-old very happy baby now. She started as a cranky one, but now we've got to a good happy stage. And thank you for being a part of that journey. Thank you for being so supportive and listening to all her rants in the morning, and being extremely non-judgmental and extremely cool. So that really helped us be, calmer as parents. We will reach out to you ever, as you will hear from us in case we have any this thing, and we keep in touch overall. So yeah, thank you for everything that you've done for us.